Training is about paying it forward. The biggest guy in the gym should be the nicest, most helpful guy in the gym. I'm Muscle Militia Captain Ronnie Milo, and I pay it forward. What we're training today is legs. We're gonna start with calves, roll into our hamstrings and our quads. The goal is to get a good volume-based workout, to get a good contraction of the muscle. And we're sacrificing a little bit of the weight today for more of a form. When you concentrate a little bit more form, I think you really get down to the nitty-gritty of breaking down your muscle to build some up. So today's workout is 8 exercises, starting off with calves, rolling into hamstrings, and then quads. So today we're moving at a fast pace, should take no more than 60 minutes. So the first exercise today is gonna be seated calf raises. I like to typically warm up a little bit, anywhere from rep range 15 to 20 reps to get the kind of blood in the muscle a little bit. And then when I feel a little bit more comfortable, then I start loading up the weight. I like to work backwards, heavy to light. You wanna kind of concentrate on the balls of your feet and kind of feel like you're pushing off your big toe more than the rest of your toes, just to give that concentration right on that medial head. So I go into the standing calf raise because I like the variation of the different angle for the muscle. Now for the rep range, I do a good warm-up set, and then I can go right into the heavy weight for 3 sets. The first one, 8 to 10, and then drop 10% of the weight, and then go from 10 to 12, drop 10% of the weight, and just go as much as you possibly can. And I don't use any kind of platform to put my feet on or any kind of plate or anything like that, because I feel that if you go past 90 degrees, that you put a lot of stress on your Achilles tendon. But also too, it doesn't really take a lot of stress off that muscle, so you can actually work out harder and longer. So we're done with calves. I'm gonna roll into some hamstring exercises, and the first exercise we're gonna do is some seated hamstring curls. We're pretty much gonna do 3 sets. We're gonna have a good warm-up set, but then we're gonna work heavy to light, dropping 10% of the weight. Rep range, we're gonna go, obviously, first set with the heavy set, we're gonna go from 8 to 10, and then we're gonna go from 10 to 12, and then we're gonna drop 10% again from 12 to, pretty much failure. If you're going at a fast rate, you're not gonna feel it as much as possible. So a nice, slow, steady tempo, and just pretty much concentrate on the exercise and that, contraction. This one's gonna be using the leg press machine, but we're gonna do a variation of it. We're gonna keep our feet very high on the platform, almost to your heels are just the only thing on the platform at that time. We're gonna come down to 90 degrees, and then we're gonna actually push on our heels, and that's gonna actually engage most of your hamstrings. Definitely get a good warm-up set with it, and then we're gonna go as heavy as possible, depending on your weight or what you're comfortable with, to get a good set between 6 to 8 reps. And then we're gonna go from 10 reps to 12, and then the next set we're gonna drop 10%, and we're gonna go, we're gonna finish it out 12 to failure. So we're gonna roll into now is the stiff-legged deadlifts. You could do 2 different variations. You could use the barbell or you could use the dumbbells. I choose the dumbbells because I feel that I can control the weight a little bit better. We're gonna do 3 sets. You pretty much should have been warmed up by now, so we can go right into a comfortable weight, nothing too heavy that you're really gonna hurt yourself on. You go 6 to 8 reps again, drop 10%. We're gonna go 10 to 12, drop 10% for the third one, and then we're gonna go from 12 to failure. I like to keep the dumbbells close to my body to drive from the heel, and then come all the way down and get a good stretch, to where it's not painful, but to where it feels comfortable, and then start this rep again. So we're gonna roll into the quads now. Our first exercise we're gonna be performing is the leg extension. So I like to do singles first for a little warm up, and then obviously rolling into a heavy set. We're gonna be doing 3 sets. The first one's gonna be at a pretty heavy weight, but comfortable enough that you're not putting too much stress on the knees. And we're gonna be performing 6 to 8 reps with that one. The second set, we're gonna drop 10%, and we're gonna perform 10 to 12 reps. And then for the third set, we're gonna drop 10%, and then we're gonna finish it out 12 to maybe failure. Back in the day, I used to use a gym that the leg sled was inverted, so I'm trying to replicate it here, with the Smith machine. Not every gym has a Smith machine, or not every gym has an inverted leg press, but you could be creative on your own. To set it up, it all depending on your gym and what you guys have. Today we're using the box, but you want to obviously set it up underneath that, you're going to be almost at a 90-degree angle from the bar. We definitely recommend you put the stops up just in case, safety first. So we're gonna do 3 sets. The first set, obviously, is gonna be your heaviest. Tips on this one is really to concentrate on that quad. That's gonna help me build out some outer sweep and some inner thigh. If I'm on stage, I can look more three-dimensional with that leg exercise. So now we roll into what I like to do as a finisher. I like to do some walking lunges. You could do them stationary if you'd like, but I like to do walking lunges, obviously, to get some momentum going and to mix it up a little bit. So I do probably 2 sets. What I like to try to do is take a weight that's comfortable that I could do, 10 reps on each leg, take a little bit of break, and then repeat the process. Yeah, this one, it's a wake-up call. It takes a lot out of you, to do them. You gotta really concentrate on your form of this, and a lot of people say don't put your knees past your toes. It all depending on, on what you feel comfortable with. If you wanna go halfway down, if you wanna go all the way down, but you wanna really make sure that you're putting that emphasis on that quad, that hamstring, and that glute. The details of this workout are broken down on this page below. If you guys want to follow me, you can see me on Instagram, BodySpace, or Facebook. For more videos like this from the Muscle Militia, come back to Bodybuilding.com.